This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter, and welcome you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And on this day, November the 13th, just 4 short years ago, one of the greatest soccer powers in the world failed to make the World Cup. I know it's been done before, that great nations have fallen flat at this stage. Now, with this being taped, November 13th, 2021, as of right now, there are some teams that have qualified for World Cup 2022 in Qatar. Thankfully, though, the tournament doesn't start till November 2022, so that qualifying doesn't have to be a clusterfuck, if you get my drift. So anyway, as of this recording, Canada has a chance to get in as one of the top 3 CONCACAF teams, although stupid Panama is right behind us. But there were teams like Germany and Denmark and Brazil, alongside the host Qatarians, or Qataris, I guess that's what you call them, are in the World Cup. Now, there aren't a lot of failures to qualify as much now because we're still in the qualifying stages. But 4 years ago, it was a complete clusterfuck, if you can. Imagine, if you will, the fact that the Dutch, who play a lot of good attacking football, were in a crisis mode. They couldn't make Euro, and they couldn't make the World Cup. That's what happened in 2016 with Euro and 2018 in the World Cup. That they were in a crisis. But now they've picked up a little bit. Imagine another country like the Americans, who prior to the 2018 World Cup had not missed the World Cup since 1986. Ironically, guess who got in ahead of the Americans? That's right, Canada. And then the Americans from 1990 onwards till 2018, 2014 got to every World Cup. Sure, they did okay. I mean, they only made one quarterfinal in all that time. That was 2002, where they lost to Deutschland. But can you imagine another major soccer powerhouse that basically flubbed everything? That's right, I'm talking about Italy, the team in that picture. The Italians were a powerhouse. Italy had been to every World Cup since 1958. They missed in 1958, and then since then, they were unscathed in making it to the finals. Brazil is the only country that has ever been to every World Cup. Not even Deutschland did that. Well, Germany screwed themselves over with a war. And also Argentina, they choked in 1970. People don't remember that. They didn't make that World Cup. But anyway, yeah. We can't all be like Brazil and make every World Cup since inception in 1930. So anyway, in 1958, Italy didn't qualify. But then they went on a streak. 62, they disgraced themselves for facing Chile in a soccer match that was borderline a war. 66, they disgracefully lost to North Korea, and fans threw tomatoes at them. 1970, they did okay. I mean, they had to go through a hellish semifinal against West Germany just to get to the final before Pele and company beat them. 74, Italy suffered the embarrassment of giving up a goal to Haiti, of all teams. But they did decent. I don't know what their official mark was. 78, I think they took third. I can't remember if they took third or not in 78, but they did okay, kind of. But Dino Soft was off his game because he was giving up 40-meter goals. 82, they won the World Cup thanks to Paolo Rossi and a 40-year-old Dino Soft in net. 86, they were taken out. Who did they take? I think France took them out. I don't know who took them in 86. 1990, they hosted the tournament and should have been to the final, but they lost to Argentina on penalty kicks. Italy did take third from England, though. 94, they went to the final, and Baggio's miss over the crossbar will still haunt Italian fans, even though that they've won some World Cups since then. 98. How did they do in 98? I don't remember how they did in 98. 2002, they were embarrassed by South Korea, and it was controversial. I think they wanted Korea to do well because they were one of the co-hosts, and Italy just got caught up in everything. 2006, they won the World Cup thanks to getting Sedan all buffed up and having to headbutt Materazzi. 2010, they had one of the easiest qualifying groups in history within the World Cup finals, as they call it, like in the World Cup, and then all of a freaking sudden they couldn't beat Slovakia. Give me a break. 2014, they did decently. Well, they took England out in the World Cup, but Italy in 2017 were in it. They had to win their qualifying group to move on, and they failed to do so. So that forced Italy to face Sweden after a draw. The winner got to go to the World Cup. The loser had no chance. Not even the Confederation playoffs situation was going to help them. And guess what? Sweden on a home turf beat them 1-0. So Sweden was confident. Italy, all they had to do was take a 1-0 win themselves, force extra time, and then play until we see the winner. Or win by 2 and easily win. However, as you can tell by the picture, it didn't happen. Italy tied Sweden. Unfortunately, though, it's too late. So that means that Italy was out of the World Cup. Like, they couldn't compete for the World Cup, and Sweden could. Don't get me wrong, Sweden did okay in the 2018 World Cup, but they didn't qualify. At least Germany didn't get through in that group, too, because it was Korea and Mexico who got in. But anyway, Italy suffered something that rarely happened. They were not in the World Cup. Can you imagine? You know, like a major basketball tournament that the Americans never qualified in. The Americans miss a major basketball tournament, or Canada doesn't get into a major hockey tournament. That's how big it is. Italy, soccer is life in Italy. What's their second sport? Water polo, probably. But it's not a joke. It's just I think Italy has a good water polo team. But yeah, that's just how bad it was. Italy soccer team. It's just powerful. Soccer is synonymous with Italy, and for them not to make the World Cup for the first time in 6 decades, unheard of. But it happened, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.